Street cred sports. Street cred sports. I'm crossing over. I'm Euro stepping.
Hello, this is Keenan of Street Cred Sports Training, and welcome to another episode of Time to Ball. Look what I got here.
Let's get it.
Yeah, he said let's get it, but he ain't been here in like 4 years.
Hey, I wouldn't go as far as 4 years, but you know what? I had to reset myself a little bit, and life is changing, so I had to make a few moves for the family.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
He's part family too, so that's why I'm here today. Let's go.
No, he here just because. He just happened to be driving by, and he was like, man, let me see what K doing. I'm like, man, what you doing? We're supposed to be doing the show this morning.
That's not true. See, I drove by yesterday. You weren't here. See, there was a black vehicle outside, and it wasn't yours. So I figured somebody else was here.
So you been all right?
Man, good, man. Really just trying to, after AAU, just catching my breath again and getting back to, normal life, I should say.
Yeah.
And just, just really trying to basic guide kids as far as where they're going to go to school and things of that nature. So It's been really good to us. Kids have gotten offers early, which is
nice,
surprising during this time. So I feel good about it right now.
Good, man. I'm all mad because I was talking to my mom and, talking about the podcast. She's like, well, where is Mr. Lee? I was like, what you mean, where Mr. Lee? She's like, well, I be looking at it. If I don't, because I did the one with my cousin.
Right.
She loved that one.
Right.
She's got to rewatch it. The other one I did, it was a really good one, but I messed up with how I did it because I didn't expect Chad to have all of those people on. But the information was so good, I had to make sure I tried to at least get the information out.
Right.
And she like, well, I ain't really seen that one because I just looked for Mr. Lee, and I was like,
Mom, I appreciate you.
I'm be saying, man,
Mom,
hey, dog,
talk to him.
Hey, dog, look,
talk to him.
Unless you want this to be your last episode, don't be talking about Mom.
Okay, I got another name for you, April. Get him, get him. No, but man, you should have known Chad was gonna come through.
Oh my God,
you should have known that.
I give him the link, and I'm like, hey. We'll talk about, because he called me and we were talking. I was like, man, we should, just talk.
Right.
And he's like, yeah. I was like, I can send you the link. I sent him the link. He's like, yeah, I'm going to have a couple of people on. And then, like, right before, I was like, how many people? He's like, about 5 or 6. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. So I get on, and it's like, someone would like to join. Boop. Someone would like to join. Boop. And it's like all of these different squares.
Yes, sir. You should have known that, boy.
And then, some of them, I don't know if some of them have been on with that many people before. Okay. I don't know. But like, when you're on together, you're all wanting to talk and stuff when you say something. So the feedback got bad. And as a moderator, I was trying to, it took me a little bit to figure out how to do the feedback. So 90% of that was on me. So like to my little niece who was like, oh my God, this is terrible. You're right, sweetie, it was.
Wow.
But your boy will always accept it, accountability, and then move on and get better.
Respect. We need more of that in this country, for sure.
Yeah. So, all right, so look, if you notice, I didn't say welcome to Street Cred Sports Time to Ball episode number what? Because doing that first 100 was kind of pressure, because it's like, well, damn, I got to set a goal. I got to get to 100, right? I don't want to do that no more. I don't want to say like a 101. So now it's like, well, now I got to get to 150 or to 200.
Man, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I just
you gotta name him, man.
We're gonna name him like it is. He's a co-host.
Yes.
It's not featuring Lee anymore. He's co-host.
Oh.
Yeah, the paperwork just came down.
Okay.
You got a bump.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Co-host now. I appreciate.
He co-host.
First I've heard of it. So y'all hearing it when I hear it.
And I know who's gonna be happy. That's gonna be my mama. So I got to figure out if at some point I need to fire your butt, how I'm gonna break it to my mama.
I think I owe your mom a check. I owe your mom a check.
All right, so look, let's get into what we need to get into. This first thing that interests me or interests us, we're gonna talk about Luka.
Okay.
All right, so I'm sure you've seen the pictures of Luka being cut. You know, as you can see on the monitor, you can see the picture of Luka being cut and how ripped he looks and everything, and he's so in shape, and he's going to show Dallas all of this. I've been on record for since this. I don't care about his fitness. Mm-hmm. It's his ability to defend. Mm-hmm. You can be as strong and as in shape as you want, but if you're not defending on that perimeter and they hunt you out, to me, all of that shit doesn't matter.
Well, I'm gonna disagree. I think it's more of a mindset for him, and for him to really, because he's a gifted player, so things come very easy to him. You know, Europe, they say, is a bit harder because, you know, you can pack people in the lane and there's not as much space.
That's not harder.
What have you.
That's easier.
Well, according to him, and in his mind. So for me, for him to really dedicate himself and really be a professional, be a real pro. Now, hear me out. I've seen Luka, he looks fantastic. For you to do the intermittent fasting that he's doing, like, you gotta be locked in and dedicated, and it's a mindset switch. I also saw him at like a almost like a Rucker Park event. Yeah. I think he's really studying those guys and how they move, and I really do. I really
do.
They're not
playing no defense at Rucker Park, so what is he studying?
The offense that he's playing, he's trying to. I'm telling you, trust me.
Nobody cares about his offense. We all know that this dude can score.
No, I think he's looking at these offensive players, seeing how they move and see how I can really be a better defender. I really think Luka's hiring people. Of course, it's going to be closed, right? But I think he's hiring people who are dynamic, have handles, and he's really trying to guard. I really do. Because you know what? His career's on the line. And when they call you out like that, you look at every network, they're talking about that, including this network. So
I like that, this network.
So he is going to play at a high level. And this is just from my experience. When you lose a little, of course I got a few more to go, but if you lose a little, you move differently. It's a whole different mindset. And you want to guard when you're not 30 pounds heavier.
I just don't think, I think when I've watched him throughout his career, even in, you know, when they've shown international games of him, it's the same thing. He's never, look, he's shown the ability to try to play defense.
Okay.
He just hasn't done it on a consistent basis. He's not only primary, if he was the primary defender. Okay. His help side. Okay. His the helper, all of that stuff. Those are the things. I'm not even saying he's got to be like third team all defense. It's just like, okay, Steph always and Kyrie, they've always like, you know, they play defense, but they weren't really good at it. Now they both defend. They defend. They've taken upon themselves to say, like, man, look, you know, I gotta defend. Yeah. I've never seen that.
But that's the point I'm making. It's a mindset. And I'm gonna say this, and everything that you just stated, cannot disagree with you at all. I don't think, and here's the problem I had when he was in Dallas, he wasn't held accountable.
Yeah. He
wasn't held accountable. So you've been around, you know, you've been in, hey man, you don't D up. Oh, no, I'm not picking you up. You don't play no D.
Right.
It changes, you know. So to me, defense is just effort. It doesn't take any talent. We all know that. And so I just think, don't kill me for this, but JJ Redick has done a great job of saying, hey man, you need to guard. I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of watching it on film. I'm tired of watching it with you on film. And another thing is, this is not the Dallas Mavericks. This is no disrespect to you, but this is the Los Angeles Lakers.
Right.
This is a franchise, and their expectations from fans to babies to kids to grandpa and grandma is like, we need to be successful and highly successful. So I think all that's going to change. I really do. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be a top tier defender.
Right.
But you know this, K, help side is just effort, you know.
Right. Look, my biggest thing has always been, when you look at European players or overseas players, I ain't gonna say European, but overseas players, you start to notice a trend with some things. Like, okay, take the Joker. Joker is highly talented offensively. Joker plays defense.
Doesn't dominate.
But he is somebody that people, when Golden State played him, they targeted him. I don't understand why more teams don't target him, because you know he doesn't. He's not like, yo, I'm trying to make a stop. Right now, I really hope that Luka decides to play defense, because my issue with a lot of overseas guys has just been that, you know, what they're supposed to be really ball IQ. You know, they play, they think the game, and you know all of that stuff. But when it comes down to certain things, now Luka doesn't suffer from this. The Joker doesn't suffer from it. Where, no, give me the ball, I'm gonna get you a bucket, right?
Right.
That mentality is there, and it's funny because you hear about all of this stuff. You know how how overseas. Well, I'll say European players. How European players play the game at such a high level. They don't play like the American basketball player. Then Luka must be from California, because he don't play like European players. He play like that dude in the gym that's like, man, I get a bucket anytime I walk. Give me the ball.
Well, I don't disagree with what you're saying as far as European players, but I think the way they train is so offensive minded. I don't think, because, you know, from what I understand, you can put, you know, there's a ton of zone played and certain things of that nature.
Right.
But from an offensive standpoint, European basketball is, I mean, we've stolen a lot of stuff from European basketball. I mean, I do it all the time.
Yeah.
And so I think their training is really the skill set of, you know, the ball handling, seeing the defense,
Right. Yeah. Moving the
pick
ball,
and roll,
all of that
you know.
stuff. Yeah.
The only person I've ever really seen work on defense individually is my man from Portland that got traded. He's from Cali. Got traded from Celtics to Portland.
Just recently?
Yeah. Won a championship with Milwaukee.
That won the
Got the
championship.
dreads.
Yeah. Goodness.
Are you kidding me?
Give me a second.
Yeah, give us a
Drew.
second. Give me
Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday. So Drew Holiday is the only one that I've seen that hires people, and he may have a line of 8 guys, and he's going one-on-one with them from the defensive standpoint.
Yeah.
And so I really think Luka's going to change per se, and I honestly think each year is going to start getting better, because his body looks amazing, and you know he's a
professional athlete. His body is supposed to be amazing.
But that's what I'm saying. When you become a better professional, it's not just in one aspect.
But I shouldn't have to be getting on you about that.
I agree wholeheartedly. That's Dallas Mavericks' fault.
No, that's his fault. That's his fault, because he's a professional. He's supposed to be ready to play.
But when you're that gifted, K, and people never hold you accountable, you know, it happens, man. It really does.
Yeah, well.
You know, I mean, they started to hold Kyrie and Curry, just like you said, started holding them accountable, and hey, they stepped up and did it. So I think he's going to do it. I really do. And what I didn't like in the interview, what did bother me a little bit, was they asked him, hey, you know, is this new body going to help you defend better? He goes, oh, yeah, it should. But, you know, I have him here. Pointing.
I didn't.
You didn't see that?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I was disappointed at that.
No, you should have been. You should have been like, damn.
He,
you know,
he shouldn't have said that.
Hey, he might the first month, like because when he first got over to the Lakers, that first month that he was there, oh man, look at Luka drop down in his stands and he's defending. And look, there have been times where if he's on ball sometimes, you know, or if he's right off ball and they pick up the ball and he's playing the passing lane, like I've seen flashes of it, right? So I don't doubt that he can't play defense.
Okay. You just saying
it's just he don't really want to, and the longer it goes, the less he starts to get involved with, because his mindset, the way I view him, from what I see in his mindset is, well, I'm going to help the team by scoring.
He knows that's not going to work. It hasn't worked.
Yeah.
So I will say this: the Celtics really exposed him in that finals, and you know, copycat league, everybody's doing it.
Yeah. I was telling my friend of mine I went to played high school with, like man, like you sit up here talking about the Mavericks, like, dog, do you not understand that he doesn't defend? They're gonna hunt him out.
Yeah.
And that's what they did over and over and over and over again. So yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, because I guess I'm from the era. You're from the era. You like to be two-way. You want to be able to play offensively and defensively. You know, I mean, hell, with my height, everybody was the bigger guys were always trying to seek me out because I was small, but they would understand, like, you're not going to post me up. I'm taking pride in that. I'm not going to let you just post me up and just, you know, I'm going to battle your ass down here. If you score, you're going to be like, damn, that was a hard 2 points. Guess what now? Now you got to come down on the other end. Now you got to defend me. I'm going to bring you out here in the deep waters.
On that island.
And try to make it harder for you to be like, okay, I don't know if I want to do this the whole game and stuff.
You know, I've seen you do that before, so.
Oh, man.
I've been a witness. No. Let's be clear. I wasn't guarding. I'm not that crazy.
We would always play. We wouldn't guard each other. We'd guard other people.
Cross match.
So we could just kind of joke about what happened to that person. Like, that was always fun. Like, yo, now I got him. Okay, you all right? And then after the game is over and stuff, it always looked like it was a setup. Like we was up there setting each other up, setting people up just to do it. So that was always fun.
Boy, it was a good time, man. Good time.
All right, so we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna be back. All right, we're back. So now we're going to get into basketball ideology. So this comes up because from time to time I'll have, you know, new clients, and sometimes I have clients that come back. And I've always known, but I never really rationalized or thought about it, was how hard it is to train somebody that thinks they know what they're doing, but they're not really good at it. And they have a lot of, you know, bad habits, and they, you know, they'll make a shot or they're able to kind of make that move or whatever, because the defenders that they're playing against are relatively young and don't understand how to defend. And they think it's okay, and they think that they can really play. It is the hardest thing. Like, that's harder to me than somebody who does not know how to play basketball and you're teaching.
Absolutely.
And it's just like, because I've had a few players within the last few weeks, and it's like, nah. You know, like, so I'll give you an example. A person with a really bad jump shot, right? Bad mechanics. They take forever to shoot. They're bad with how they shoot. And you'll do a drill, and let's say I'm gonna have him shoot 10 shots in doing this drill, and he makes maybe 3 out of 10. He'll make number 7, he'll make number 8, and then he'll make number 10, right? From number 1 to 7, when he's missing, you'll hear stuff like, like,
Hey,
I should be making that.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, like, oh my God, no.
Yeah.
And then you try to say something and it's like, yeah, but this is how I shoot. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. But that shot that you're taking, you're not going to get that shot when you're playing against. I'm not concerned with you with these, 5th and 6th, maybe 7th grade kids who are players who can't really play. I'm trying to prepare you for when you're going against elite talent.
Right.
And it's fascinating. And I give you a perfect example. Eat Zell.
Okay.
When I first got her, it was trying to explain to her that she has to jump on her jump shot.
Okay.
Right? And she would make her shot, and I was like, yeah, but you're not going to get that shot off. And I believe the first time she went with you guys, when she came back, I was like, well, how was it? And she was like, I think she took maybe 12 shots. She missed like 8 of them. 3 or 4 of them got blocked.
Yeah.
And I was like, what did you learn from? She's like, I need to jump on my jump shot. And it was like, yeah, like, I'm not telling you something that's just to be telling you.
Yeah.
So it's fascinating to me. How many players have you had in that instance?
Well, and shouts out to yourself. She changed all that.
Yes.
Man. She really leveled up her play the last 2 years and heading to college. Congratulations. It pains me to say this, but we recently had a player who was in that same space.
Yeah.
Very stubborn, hard-headed. I want to do it my way. And we've had some in the past. But for me, it seems like other than just myself, this generation, they just get in the mindset of, I'm going to do what I want to do.
Right.
When I want to do it, how I want to do it. This individual has fantastic parents. Fantastic parents. I mean, dream parents.
Right.
But just refuse to listen. When I grew up, my mom taught me, you don't learn from your mistakes, you learn from other people's mistakes.
Yeah.
That's how you expedite your process.
Right.
So, I really think it's just this generation, this YouTube generation, they watch so much fake fantasy stuff online in their mind, they think it's real. And you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
No, it's because when you said YouTube, I just had a client recently that I was doing a drill with.
Yeah.
And the client was driving to the board, and they did, instead of a gather step 1, 2, they did 1, 2, both steps on the right foot, and they went up, and I was just like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, this person watches a lot of YouTube. Because I don't know anybody who would actually teach that. And I didn't say anything because I'm like, well, it wasn't a travel, right? Because when he left foot, and then it was right, and then he went up. So it was it was legal.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting up here thinking to myself, okay, should I explain to him that you don't have nowhere near the power taking 2 steps off your right? So when you try that against a help side defenders coming, they're going to blast that.
And you're not going to be on balance.
You're not going to be on balance. Yeah. Exactly. You're not going to be on balance. You're not going to have you're not going to be able to protect yourself to go up strong and get up as high as you would to finish. And then I thought, and I was like, I'm not going to say nothing about that. Now, well, why wouldn't you say that if that's what your job is? Because sometimes I feel like experience will be the teacher. And it wasn't like, because here's my training philosophy. If we're working on a drill and you know, are skilled or something, you mess up, whether it's your shot, whether it's your defense, whatever it is. If you mess up the first time, I usually try to see if you're going to do it 2 or 3 times in a row, right? Because sometimes you can make a mistake and you realize, that was wrong. So you self-correct. So if you do the same thing 3 times in a row, or within confines of reps, we're doing like 10, 15 reps of that. If you do it 30 to 40%, then at some point I'm going to stop and correct, because I don't want to be overcorrecting every time you do. Unless when you're first starting, I will. Absolutely. Because I got to make sure you understand that's not it. Right. As you start to learn a little bit more, I will allow a few mistakes here and there, because you have to understand, like, and this same person, what happened was doing another drill. It was an in and out, and it was a wraparound. So when he did the wraparound, the footwork was off, and it caused him to be off balance. So I showed him, when you do it, don't bring your left foot over as you wrap around. Try to keep your left foot there balanced, so when you go through, you're fine. So then he did it perfect. He gave me that look like, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. The next one he did, he went back to what he did, and he messed up. And instead of me saying no, I just watched his eyes, and he looked at me and he was like, okay, I see the difference, right? And to me, that's more valuable than me correcting you every single time, right? So I was like, well, he only did it twice. Yeah. And I'm thinking, I'm watching him, because he's a little bit more advanced, and I'm thinking, okay, he's trying to visualize him doing this in the game. So so with some drills, we'll work this, and this, but then maybe when it comes to the finish part, I'll give you options. Right. Yeah. So sometimes you can finish with a layup, some floater, some jump shot, some reverse. This way, I'm not constricting you to be able to be creative. Now, this first part we're gonna hit home on, because that. Now, if you don't understand how to finish, I will give you different ways and we'll go through it. But at some point, I want you to start being creative on your own.
I like that, because you don't know where the defense is going.
Right. You don't know, and I'll make sure they understand when you get to this point. It was a 2-3 zone we was working on. So we was working from the wing, and he was like, he was trying to. I said, look, first of all, we don't want to try to get layups out of this, because it's going to be really hard. There's a layer system and process. I said, first we got to get past that person. I said, and we need to move this person and shift them to imbalance that 2-3. If you just try to attack right from that wing, this person's dropped and that person's over there, so they're going to be about the same distance. But if you start to dribble up, that second person's going to move up. Now you're going to have a wider gap between the top and the corner, so you'll have more room to get in. Yep. And if you have somebody in the corner, if you keep getting that pull-up jump shot, this middle is going to shift
they're
up.
Gonna come out.
And when that person shifts up, now you can hit that person with a move. And now we can work on finishing towards the middle or finishing this side based on the help side, how close they are, and choose, right? So it was doing that, but that part I was allowing him to finish. He didn't do that right too many times. So I just kind of was like, yeah, it's probably just him exploring to see how it feels. If he would have done that every single time, because he did a couple of other things that were like, okay, yeah, that's some YouTube stuff as well. And I have to say to myself, like, I'm going to allow the game to help him out with that.
The game's gonna fix it.
The game's gonna fix it.
I got you.
Because you're gonna get out there and you're gonna try that, and somebody's gonna take it.
Yep.
And if you never successful in it, because I didn't teach it, right? So if I didn't teach you that, I would never teach that move. Some things, especially now, because there are a lot of players that come in and it's like, I saw this and that, and I was like, nah, man, that's, so sometimes I have to I have to just like, all right, well, let me show you. I want you to get this shot off. I'm going to defend you, and I want you to get this shot off. And then they can. It's like, yeah, you can't do it. If you're playing against somebody who knows how to play defense, you're not going to get that. Right. You're not going to be able to go pump fake, dribble left 2 times, and then bring the ball over to your right side and then try to go up for a left-hand layup. I'm going to strip the ball out, or I'm going to hit the ball down off of your leg, out of bounds, we're going that way, right? Like if I've done it hundreds of times or thousands of times, I know what I'm doing. So you have to kind of, certain things you do that. But with that, I was like, I'm going to let the game. And at some point, I'm almost certain at some point, if that's something that he tries, that there's going to be a conversation where, yeah, it didn't work.
Well, and I like that approach, but there are different levels to kids not really buying into what you're trying to teach.
Right.
Excuse me. I'm blaming the parents. All parents watching Home Network, do it yourself. All parents telling their kid, you can be anything you want to be, and not giving them the platform or the plan to do that. That's on y'all. Because it's like, no disrespect, everybody's a trainer now. Yeah. Everybody's an AAU coach now. Everybody can coach basketball. Have you ever played? No. But what do? I go watch YouTube.
Oh my
I go
God.
watch that. This is the generation. Parents, if you built your own house and you watching the TV with your son or daughter, that's your fault. I'm telling you right now. That's what it is.
All right, so true story. I took the family to Dallas, right?
Yeah.
And our oldest, because we're a blended family. My wife has 2 kids from previous marriage. I have a daughter from previous relationships. So we're a blended family, right? So our oldest, which would be her oldest, because she's the oldest, mine is the middle, and then her youngest is the youngest. We go to Dallas, right? First time I'm taking them there, I'm taking them to the fair. We're in my neighborhood, and as we drive around and everything, the oldest kind of looks and says, have you noticed there's a church on every corner and a liquor store almost on every corner? And I'm driving, and my mind quickly went back to Boys in the Hood with Lawrence Fishburne and said, why do you think there's a liquor store on every corner?
Yep.
They want us to kill ourselves. So I'm thinking to myself, like, and as we drive, like, I know the neighborhood, but as we get into the next corner, I'm like, okay, that's a liquor store or a church.
So to visualize
I'm laughing at myself, like, not in like I'm laughing at a community, but like I never thought of that. And that's what I equate to what you just said, which is why I laughed. It's like, now there's a trainer and a coach at every place, or a person building their own facility for games and stuff. It's almost like the church and the liquor store in the neighborhood. It's crazy. It is crazy.
I mean,
and the sad part is I end up having to fix all of that.
Yeah.
Because they go and they're like, yo, like that's not that person doesn't know what they're doing. I don't know what that person's doing. You just fix that really quick, and now they're playing better. And it's like, I used to be like, well, why are you going elsewhere? But LO was like, I didn't think of it at that time. I guess you could say I was in my feelings when I was a little bit younger. But then it was like, when he said, I was like, yeah, that's right. Like, yeah, McDonald's don't get mad if you go to Burger King. You're going to spend your money. You're going to go to Burger King and be like, yo, you know what? I don't like their burger like I like McDonald's. Or I don't like their fries like I like them. So I'm always going to get my fries there. You got to let people come out and test it. And if they go somewhere else and they realize it's not, maybe they go and they like the flow. Yeah. And they stay there. But tell you, man, I see videos of some trainings, and I try not to be that person where it's like, well, what are you doing? That's, because it's like, I never want to take a 30-second clip and think that that's what you're training on. But in that 30-second clip, if you continually do the wrong thing, and you don't hear any type of correction, or at the end you don't see them doing it the correct way, that's a problem.
It's a major problem, and we had a young lady in our organization who has a trainer. We have a few of them have trainers, which that doesn't bother me at all. And so no one wanted to say it. I had to say it. I said, hey, man, the stuff you're doing online needs to be all erased because it's, number one, it's slow. 2, it's bad. And 3, like, that's not your game.
Right.
You know, when I try to develop kids, I'm not a trainer. When I try to develop kids, I take their game and apply it to not necessarily how they play, but what space they may be in when they decide to get to the next level.
Right.
You know, if you're a 2-3, I'm not going to train you as a PG. You know,
right.
And of course, and there's the difference between point guard handles, and you would know this the best, and being able to handle the ball adequately.
Right.
There's a big difference. And
right.
so we had to, and you know, we're about to start our end of the year meetings, and that's going to be a topic of discussion. Mm-hmm. Hey, we're not saying get rid of your trainer, but hey, we'd like to work on this. But trainers to keep clientele, you're one of the few I have not seen do it. They gaslight, you know, oh yeah, 2 seconds left. You know, every shot they make is a winning shot and whatever, what have you. And so it's giving kids a false understanding of, number one, who they are and what they can do. My last point is, saw this clip of Coach Houston, Sampson.
Yeah.
Coach Sampson said, you know, they're almost getting away from kids that have a trainer because he say, we play 5-on-5 here.
Yeah.
You know, when you're going 1-on-0, there's no one guarding you in things of that nature. Now, me per se, and I know you've done it because I've witnessed it and I've seen it, you explain to kids, I've seen you get up in kids and literally guard them.
Right.
Oh, you think that's going to work? Okay, come on. And I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Because in my mind, that wasn't the space, but
right.
that's what this space needs.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And so kids are going to have to understand, did you have a trainer?
No.
I didn't have a trainer. You went and played, right?
Yeah.
You went and played, you learned, you watch. I went to Veterans Gym and I learned every detail I need to know, even the little nuances that most people don't teach. I learned a big's coming, how to get it up higher. I mean, it got to a point where I can almost shoot to the ceiling with left hand and right hand because I had to.
Right.
You know, very, very similar to you. You know, we're smaller guards and we had to.
So, he said we're smaller guards. How tall are you?
6 foot.
He said we're smaller guards. And he's 6 feet, I'm 5'6". I keep going.
That's the rule.
I keep going. No,
so, I mean, you know, like kids are not, the creativity is being taken away.
Yeah.
Because they're not going out there and doing this stuff on their own. I tell everyone I advise, like, you have to have a creative mindset. Where is that defense going to be? Well, coach, what move you want me to make?
Right.
What do you do well?
Right.
Okay, what's the counter? So we try and get them in a space where they're creating their own counters.
Right. Now, this isn't a pushback. This is just, I guess you could say that there's a pool of players that applies to 100%.
Absolutely.
There's also a pool of players who've never experienced what a counter is and when to counter.
Absolutely.
And I'll go a step further. I've seen where people are like, oh, well, you know, you don't need a trainer, you know, in some instances, I see what they're saying. What I've tried to do as I've evolved is all I've tried to do is say, look, I'm trying to show you what to do and how to do it. But you're part of our 4-step process. Step 1 is what I do in here with you. Mm-hmm. Step 2 is what you do at home by yourself with what we did. Step 3 is now you have to go against somebody in a game situation and practice it. Right. See how it works. Sometimes it's going to work, sometimes it's not. That's when you learn what you talk about, the nuances of when you should go with your floater, how you should move. Then by step 4 is the finished product. That's what you do in the game. Right. By then you're good. Right. So I've learned you know, I learned very early on, like this is not just about me teaching this guy all these fancy dancy moves and handles. It's like I got to teach the game, and I really feel that there are some absolute amazing trainers out there who grasp that concept. But then there's a pool of trainers that are wow factor.
That's what he was speaking to.
Yeah, and but I know that they're speaking to. I've learned to understand, like when I'm listening to it, oh, well, they ain't talking about me.
Right.
But I really wish, if you're going to say something, be more direct, because you you can't say you don't need trainers when you're the one, you're an NBA player and you're training your kid. Yeah. And then you actually contradict yourself, because in another video you were saying that you don't train them, you let somebody else train them. And I'm like, yeah, but you can't let somebody else train them. And then, so I understood where he was going with, but I'm like, but you make people confused, because I like to understand exactly what you're saying. Don't color outside the lines with me. Let me understand 100% what you're saying, so there is no room for interpretation.
And the difference between, just my opinion, the difference between I'll speak on you because I'm here, is that you're a trainer because you have a business. However, within that space you develop.
Right.
And that's the different piece. And you know, there's trainers just say, okay, man, let's get up some shots. Okay, make that move. Okay, nice, cool, all right, good. Make this move. You know, anybody can teach a crossover, but the intricate details that you need, from footwork placement to counters, that's the difference. And I don't have a problem with trainers. I think everyone should have a trainer that develops, or someone that develops you, or someone that really advises you.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
But having someone to gaslight you and tell you how great you are is a recipe for disaster. And that's been a mantra for us always.
Yeah.
Get away from people telling you how great you are.
Yeah.
When South Carolina come to the table, when UConn, USC, then we can kind of get in that space.
Right. It's fascinating subject that we could possibly spend hours on.
Yeah. But college coaches are frustrated because they're going to the wrong people.
Yeah.
And that's really what's happening.
Yeah. And it's almost like you need to be able to like have a Better Business Bureau, or have some kind of thing where you can know, you know, who's out there. Like I would just tell people like if they're good, they don't really have to tell you that they're good. You'll be able to see it with the different, you know, people and stuff that they train and what, you know, they do. Like I actually enjoy more videos of me showing people that I'm developing than the high level players, right? Because, you know, some people can come in and they're just, you know, high level already, and you just tweaking and adding and fixing stuff. But yeah, the developing is, to me, is where the true science lies.
To me, this space has turned into like infomercials at 2 a.m. Who's got the best vacuum?
Yeah.
I've got a pot that you can burn, and you know, all those things. And so, you know, some of it's scamming. I'll be honest with you.
It is.
It's scamming.
Some of it is scamming.
It is scamming.
All right. Well, let's go to the last subject. Now, we usually do "You Done Lost Your Damn Mind," but today we're gonna show you a video, and we're gonna show you something, and it's he done lost his damn mind. So, take a look at this video right here. Here's the video. Watch this. Two dribble, spin move, dunk.
Oh, ugly.
That boy done lost his damn mind if he thought that he was gonna be able to jump with this guy.
Look at his face.
Yeah, you look at him when he's sitting on the ground.
Look at his face. Oh my.
Look at how he looks.
Oh,
he
my.
has this surprise, like, hey, if you were playing against, like, you come to the court, you playing against people you don't know, you quickly can assess, like, okay, yeah, this dude can jump.
Dribble spin, two-hand dunk.
I have to be more aware. And when he dunked, he wasn't like dunking coming down. He was dunking going up.
Yes, sir.
That
Yes,
should
sir.
tell you right there
Yes,
that when
sir.
you're dunking going up, that you still got a lot in the tank to be doing.
He was trying to hurt feelings, and he did. He did. But like, what? First of all, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to play golf. I'm gonna do something else.
Well, I don't know. My pride would be like, all right, well, I don't got hops like that, but I'm gonna take you down here and my ball, I'm gonna try to cross you over and hurt your ankle to where now it's like, yeah, you dunked on me, but yeah, now you're gonna be out for a few days because your ankle hurt. I can't leave the court if that, but that guy, I'm thinking that guy left the court.
He need to go. And don't get me wrong, I've been dunked on.
Oh yeah.
But you best believe, understand, I'm coming right back at you. Come here.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah.
And they start giggling. No, don't giggle. And I'm gonna hold this ball till everybody space out.
Yeah.
And you could come to me. I got something for you.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, now, hey.
No, we're not doing that.
Hey. If that's a video of me getting dunked on like that, that's not the only clip. There's gonna be another clip with me being out there and me giving him the business and making him stumble and fall, and then looking at him and knocking down the shot.
Absolutely. Or the cameraman wouldn't have a phone or a camera. I'll tell you right now, for sure. No.
You are not gonna,
no, sir.
You
done
lost your damn mind if you think that you're gonna be able to just do that to me and there's no recourse.
Oh no, sir.
Oh
the
Lord.
Get back is coming.
Oh Lord, that dunk,
listen,
man.
impressive.
Oh my
Great
God.
bounce.
Oh my God.
Spin move right in front of the rim. I mean, I like the angle he took.
It's almost like when he spit, it's like he spit a little slow. Like it was fast, but it was like, I'm inviting you to try to jump.
Please.
Because the defender jumped like he was gonna try to contest a little shot or a layup. when his head was here, and then it's like you can see him looking up like, oh shit.
Yes, sir.
And then it's like, oh Lord, he's finna bump into him, and he bumped into him and knocks him down. That's the worst.
Nasty.
Lord.
That was nasty.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was tough.
That was funny. Yeah,
that was hilarious.
He done lost his damn mind with that
sure.
dunk. So, look, that's all we have for today. We hope you enjoyed it. I know my mama enjoyed it. I know she gonna watch this whole episode. I might have to block my mama, man.
What? You gonna get cut off?
I'm gonna block my mama like you can't watch it unless you watching your son.
Mama, don't cut him off. He already said it. He's in his feelings right now.
You gonna stop calling her. You gonna stop saying mama, man. You gonna stop saying mama.
Okay. All right.
I'm just messing with you.
See how you do me? Get him.
Hey, see, give him a co-host title. Look, go through this video today and watch how much shit he's talked and how much emboldened he's been with his takes. He ain't never disagreed with me like he did today, but after his co-host, he like, oh, okay, I got a 2-3 year contract right now.
See how you gonna do me?
Like, I got a 2 or 3 year contract. I'm disagreeing with your ass.
I read the disclaimer and it said, you must argue. You must argue. I heard my takes were a little soft. They were kind of in between the lines.
Every time we've had you done lost your damn mind, I don't think we might have argued once. Once or twice.
Yeah.
But today it was like, nah, his dressing room is bigger than mine now. That's the way he was coming across today. His dressing room is bigger than mine. So
look at the truth is, sometimes when you think you're gonna fail, you just kind of, join in a little bit.
But look, I'm extremely happy to have you on.
Blessed to be here.
We got him. Like I say, now that travel season's at, we should be able to get back to where we are.
Oh yeah.
And continue to build this into something else. So I know my goal is to get some time to ball shirts. Hopefully by next week I have some new gear where he'll be able to wear
the merch.
Yeah.
See, took some time. Took about 3 or 4 months. But hey, I
had to make sure that you was gonna be a while. I didn't want to be like, you meet a girl or a guy. Oh no, in this case, since we meet a girl and you like her, and then you take her out and you buy good things, and then she don't call you back no more.
Ooh,
you
that's
don't
the
hear
worst.
from her. Hey, I ain't spending no money till like the third or fourth date until I know that he gonna be with me.
One thing about me, loyal dude. Been down with this guy for a long time. One thing I respect about him is professionalism, thorough, dependable, always. So I'm definitely glad to be part of the Time to Ball podcast for sure. I think it's been a different dynamic, and it's been fun. I laugh a whole lot more.
Yeah.
My health has gotten better just because of this. And so, not that it was bad, but just I'm trying to build on it. But Mama, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, I was really excited to have him on until my mama said that she only look at she looking for Coach Lee, and I'm like, well, damn. But no, it's all in good fun.
All love.
It's
all
in
love.
fun. So look,
for sure.
We're gonna end. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, comment. Let us know what you're thinking. We hope you enjoyed this one, and try not to get dunked on like old boy did.
Please, I got one more thing to say. April, thank you. Thank you for keeping me on. Appreciate you.
All right, so we're going to get out here. We're going to leave it like we always do. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it.
Absolutely. Peace.
We out.
Street cred sports, say it with your chest. Yeah. Go get it from the net. Street cred sports, okay, that's a bet.